everyone. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining me here. We are going to have one last day of working on the holiday icon embroideries. So these are the itty bitty embroideries that we have been stitching onto all different things, and I'll show you guys that again. So last day for that. Thanks for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginning crafters. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time for us to relax and craft together. All right, so last week we worked on this feller. We were just kind of playing with metallic threads. And I was just going to leave it at that. We were going to be done last week, but then I thought this would make the cutest holiday Christmas pin. So I think I'm going to add a few more snowflakes, metallic snowflakes to this, cut it into a circle, and put some of that pretty wool behind it, and I have a little pin back as well that will do. And then it can just be like a cute little pin to put on a sweater, just a little bit of a Christmas flair, and just it allows me to play with this metallic floss a little bit more too, since it's just beautiful and fun and I love it. So thanks again for joining me. Let's get going. All right, thank you so much for joining me again, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend. All right. Ooh, I think we might be weird on Facebook right now, so I am not sure. Return to page. Nope. Hold on, you guys. We might have to do. Oh yeah. So we are not on YouTube or Penguin or Facebook right now. So let me get that back up and running really quickly here. All right. Oh yeah, continue. Okay, so maybe it's working now. All right, so anyway, let's get going on this again. I'm gonna get you guys down low here. Let's take a look at the things we've been making. I did not get to see the Great Conjunction. Did any of you guys see that today? We went out to look, but it was just too cloudy, so we didn't see anything here. All right, so we made this guy first, again with all of our little icons, little 2020 ornament that I can hang up. These are all from the Embroidery of the Month for December. It is this feller here, the Merry, and then also the Snowy icons as well. And we've just been cutting them up and using them, using just the pattern pieces that we want. So, hold on. All right, I may or may not be on Facebook right now, so I'm not sure if you guys can see me or not over there. But all right, so. Then we made this guy, a little gift tag. So this we satin stitched in the whole thing, so you can actually fill in these icons too. So that's kind of fun. And then, well, actually we made these second little collar birdies onto my collared shirt here. And then we decided to play with the metallic threads, and this is the Nishiki-ito thread by Lycian, which is from Cosmo thread. So here, if you just Google like Cosmo embroidery floss and then Nishiki-ito, you will find this really, really, really shiny metallic floss. It's my favorite metallic. So I'm thinking I would like this to be a circle. So I have the top of like a ball jar. So I think I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to draw a circle there, and then I'll cut on the outside of that. But this might be like my sewing line that I draw here. And I want to fill this in with some more like little mini snowflakes. So I'm thinking just some French knots in maybe like this pretty metallic blue, like an icy blue I think would be pretty. And then I want to sew it onto a wool backing, and we'll turn it into a pin. I also have a little pin back that will sew on the wool first. So let's get this going. Okay, close this guy up. So the first thing I wanted to do is trace it, and I thought this would be just the perfect design. So I mean, it's awfully close to my embroidery, but I'm not actually going to cut on that. I don't want like a huge circle, so I'm not going to cut on that, but that's going to be my sewing line, and then I'll cut like a pinking sheared edge on the outside when I'm done, I think. Oh yes, Lisa, I'm so happy you were able to get that. So you guys, today is the last day of my 50% off sale, and that's a sale for everything on the printable pattern page. So if you go to penguinandfish.com, right on the homepage, there'll be a link to the printables section. This doesn't include the embroidery of the month stuff, but it's the rest of the whole printable section, which includes the entire alphabet of animals. So you can get the entire alphabet of animals for half off ending today as well. So that's like a mega, mega, mega deal if you've been looking at the embroidered animals. But yeah, we have the Nitty Kitty, that kitty bag. That's now a PDF. I know some of you guys were asking about that. So that is also now a PDF. And all that's 50% off till the end of the day, so midnight tonight. All right, so there we are. I kind of can't see it too well here, but enough that I'll be able to sew on it. So I just drew that circle around there. I kind of want to fill in this area with that pretty blue, which it looks like I've used already, which is good. Then I don't have to untie a knot or anything. So let's grab my needle minder. It has a needle sitting on there. So I just want a pile of cute little French knots. And you know what? Maybe we should actually draw those out. I'm not sure I trust myself to just go willy-nilly with the French knots. So let's just do it with the water-soluble marker. I can just with a wet rag. Even with the metallic thread, I don't think it really affects it too much, but with a wet rag, I can take all these out. So I just want to kind of pepper some little blue French knots around here. This is maybe quite a bit, but who cares? It'll be extra sparkly, extra metallic-y, extra sparkly. All right, so there we go. I've just put a few dots around there. So let's go ahead and make all those French knots. And now that I'm seeing how many French knots I put there, I probably don't have enough floss here, which kind of blows, but oh well. Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out the Facebook thing again. So I may or may not be on Facebook at all. So I'm sorry, you guys. I hit a button and cannot see Facebook. And don't even know if it exists right now. So, all right. I'm just weaving in some ends that are already here. Because why not? I'm going to be jumping around this whole little snow globe, I suppose, that we're making here. Oops. I pulled the whole thing out. Let's try that again. Slippery little buggers. I think I'll just leave a little end out, so then if I accidentally pull too hard, we'll be okay. This metallic thread just makes such a different noise than our normal cotton floss. Oh, thank you so much, Valeria. That's so so sweet of you. I appreciate that. I think I might have your name right now. Let me know if I don't. All right, I'm ready. Let's get those French knots going. We're just gonna come up through all of these. Oh, Lisa says it's cloudy in southern Ontario, so you didn't get to see the Great Conjunction either. Yeah, we even went outside. We looked it up. We're like, oh, it's supposed to be right after sunset, or like an hour after sunset, so we looked up the sunsets, and that's about just when we were leaving the office, so we checked a little before. Oh, thanks, Valeria. We looked out, and we had a clear view of. Oh, okay, so it is working on Facebook. So just so you guys know, I cannot see you on Facebook, but I'm glad it's working. I'll have to figure out how to actually stop the video on Facebook later when I can't see it. But thanks for letting me know. So I'm sorry I can't read anything over there tonight. So if you have a question and you're on Facebook, let me know over on the YouTubes. Penguin and Fish Movies on YouTube. Ooh, see, this is why I save French knots for the last. They catch on everything. So it was my French knots were catching on previous French knots. But yeah, we checked early just in case we could see it, and we couldn't, and so that was kind of a bummer. But oh well. We were excited about it. Me and Jenna at the office. It was just too dang cloudy. I was hopeful because it did get a little sunny. It was mega cloudy and pretty icky all day. It was actually kind of mild, which was great, but it was so gloomy that it was like high noon and we thought it was like 9 a.m. still. So that was not fun. Okay, fun. So Colleen's saying, that's right. Good, thanks for reminding me. Colleen's saying, we want to know what days I'm on this week over on Facebook. Okay, and I couldn't see that on Facebook. So we'll have an email going out tomorrow too if anyone isn't watching today, but or on Wednesday we'll have that go out. So I will be on through Wednesday. So today, Tuesday and Wednesday, same as always. And actually Tuesday and Wednesday tomorrow, we're going to work on the Aurifil block. I just couldn't resist working on this one more day, adding all these little snowflakes and kind of making our little snow globe here. But yeah, so Tuesday and Wednesday this week, and Monday today. And then next week, I'm going to do Monday and Tuesday. And then we'll see. We'll see on Wednesday. But right now I'm scheduling Monday and Tuesday. So I think that's the 28th and the 29th. So hopefully that's good. We are just doing a little at-home vacation, John and me. But we've been like cleaning up, like every weekend we've been cleaning up something in the house, and that's been feeling really good. So I'm excited for the Christmas, New Year's holiday, or, we'll just clean up other parts of the house, and that just feels awesome. Oops, jumped out of my hands. Gretchen says our southern skies were clear and crisp. That's nice. Ugh, yeah. Wish I could have jumped over there and seen stuff. I'll just see if my parents could see anything by then. All right, we had like totally the perfect amount of thread here. French knots get a little difficult when you don't have enough thread, and I don't know, any more than this and it would have been hard to like make this loop. So we played Thread Chicken right today. That makes me happy. Ugh, it's looking so sweet though, all these little extra specks in here, I think. All right, I'm gonna weave in this end, and then we'll work on turning this into, oops, into a little pin. I just thought this would be such a sweet little holiday pin. Oh, Colleen says we're playing on Facebook since they're hidden from me. Fun. Oh, thanks, Marie. Yeah, the French knots add a little bit of extra sparkle. I mean, I haven't worked with this thread in ages, and it really is a treat to work with it again. This is the only metallic embroidery floss that I've worked with that actually feels like you're working with actual metal pieces. I mean, you know, besides actual metal work type stuff where you are working with metal pieces, the most metal thread I've played with, and it's just the shiniest by far of any that I've worked with either. Like, look at how shiny that silver is. I mean, that's something else. That is pretty. All right, so you can still see my line there. I think that's going to be my sewing line, which will basically be kind of invisible, I'm hoping, or just kind of match. And then I want to pinking shears this, so the inside will have that cute pinking shears. And I think I'm going to sew it on first, and then try and pinking shears around it after. I'm not quite sure that's a good idea, but then if I slip or move with this circle, then I don't have like wonky pinking shears thing. That's my theory, at least. But before that, we need to get the backing, and you know what? This looks like it could probably use a press before I do too much more, so let's heat up the iron. Oh, I'm glad this is turning into something and it's not just another unfinished embroidery sitting around here. Okay, so here's my wool that we were working with the other day. I think it's really pretty. So I want to like just cut a piece that's a bit bigger than this, and I think I'm just going to start with a square. Let's grab a scissors. I think I'll cut off, this is all selvage here. I think I'll cut that off. Okay, and I'm ultimately gonna just want like a little border, I think. So let's just see if I have plenty hanging out and around, and I'm just gonna actually make it extra big. Let's just do this whole kind of patch that's here. This 4-piece little bit. Just because it's gonna just be easier to work without all this bulk. Okay, so what I want to do now is, oh, maybe I should do that after. No, we're going to do it now. I'm going to stitch my little pin back on here. So with some extra embroidery floss that I'll get. I don't think I want to do that with the metallic. And then I'm going to kind of place that pin right in the center. And then at that point, I'm going to sew in a circle around here, which now I'm realizing might be difficult with a pin right here. I'm thinking maybe this is thick enough to sew on after. I'm going to try sewing with it. I think it's going to be super annoying, but I want to give it a try. If not, this I don't know. I don't think it'll be easy to hand sew later, but I could like hand stitch this on instead of machine stitch it, but I'm going to still attempt to machine stitch it with this on. We'll just see. It's an experiment. Let's grab some cotton floss from my little cotton floss container here. All my little spare bits. Ooh, look, this is going to match nicely. My spare floss that I don't want to wind back onto spools. All right, I think I'm going to let's use just all 6 strands here. The nice thing about wool is that it's, you know, you can pull 6 strands through it easily. It's got a ton of give compared to woven cotton. I think we are going to actually start with a knot. Oh yeah, Kimberly, thanks for heading over this way. I clicked a button right when I went live, and then it made my Facebook go away. But it sounds like it's visible. It's just not I just can't see anything on there. All right, let's open this up first. This is one of those little pin back clasps. So it's got the two little holes there that I'm going to sew, hand sew into like the middle here. So I'm just going to come up in that middle, and we'll go to the outside. There we go, like so. And it's going to wander around on me. Let's do the other side. Oops. All right, we're just tacking it down, basically. Oh, Gretchen, absolutely. That would work great. Gretchen's asking, can I use felt for the pin backing? Absolutely. I think it's really cute using, I mean, this is, I can kind of consider this felt. I know it's not felt, it's felted wool, or fulled wool, if I'm being real accurate there. But, so this is like a thick piece of stuff too. What's nice about using felt, like what you're saying, or this felted wool, is that it's not going to fray. So I can cut this into a circle and it'll be nice and it won't fray. You know, I am letting this edge fray, but I think it gives it, again, that kind of like rustic look. We're going to pinking shears it. I just think it's cute. All right, so I think I'm just going to go around these spots one more time, and this will be good enough. I'll tie it in the back. I'll close that pin again so I don't stab myself. And then we will get to the machine. Again, might be a little bit tricky now that I've sewn this on the back, but well. It'll either work great or it will work horrible, and you live and you learn, I guess. Oh, thanks, Kimberly. Yeah, I think that's why we're working on this project today. I mean, I was expecting to be done with this on Friday, or whenever yeah, it was Friday when we worked on this last, with just those three guys, but I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so shiny and pretty, and we got to make something out of it. So a little pin I thought would be just fun, like something you can throw on for your holiday Zoom calls. I think that's that's what I'll be doing, I suppose. All right, I'm just gonna tie it in a knot here. Good enough, I think. All right, needle minder. I love it with needle minders and magnets. You can just toss your pins or toss your needle at it and it'll catch it. Okay, so I kind of want to think about how I want to wear this. So it opens this way. So all right, so this is kind of the top. So I'd put it on like this. So I want to make sure that when I line this up, that I think that this is the top. Get in there. Okay, so this I want to place on the back. So this might be a little tricky, but I want to get this so it's either right in the middle or actually even a little higher, because then gravity will let the bottom just be. It won't like flop forward. So I actually maybe want it, yeah, like a little high and centered in there. And I can kind of see where my stitches are. We'll just keep kind of peeking. All right, a side is here and a side is here. And if it's not perfect, that's fine too. It'll still be good enough. So, all right, I think that's good. I'm gonna grab some pins. All right, and I'm gonna pin it on this side for now, just because I'm scared to flip it over without pinning it. But all right, let's flip it, and now I'm gonna add some pins here. We'll see how this goes. Actually, you know what? I can pin on the outside. Then it won't be in my way. Let's do that. Because I left enough all the way around that I can pin way out here and we'll be okay. Then we can sew without any pins being in our way. That's what's going to be nice. All right, let's see if we can do this. So again, I'm going to sew this first and then I'm going to cut it out. Again, not sure if that's the right idea, but I like the concept. We're going to try. So I'm going to sew directly on my water-soluble line here, and actually I'm going to touch it up with just a hair so I can see it, this bottom bit. And I'll have to take this off. I don't have any water near me right now, but I might be able to get a little spray bottle, and then we can spritz this off when we're done. But all right, so I'm going to go to the machine, and we will sew right around there, and then we'll trim it all out. Okay, let's give it a go. Start right down here. So you can see it's a little, there's that bump there that's from the pin back there, so I gotta just be aware of that. Grab my threads. All right. Ooh, take the slipper off. I need to be socks only. There we go. So I'm going to go slow because this is a circle. Just kind of rotate. Oh, that's what's going on. I got my little fabric thing back there. Oh, there we go. Much better. Like something's not quite right here. I was blocking the wheel from hitting the other wheel. So I'm just trying to go slow to keep this as much as a circle as I can. I think it's handy to have the blue line to stitch on for sure. Ooh, that little French knot's in my way. This is why I wanted to sew first, because I was pretty sure I probably couldn't sew this in a perfect circle. So this is helping me a little bit. Oh, I got a weird stitch here from the beginning. I kind of want to pull. Oh, there. I was able to pull it flat. So a zipper foot might have worked well for this too, because then the bump from the pin back wouldn't have been in my way either, because I wouldn't have had this extra foot bar here. But we're getting it. Ooh, I don't think we landed on the same place though. That's okay. I think we'll leave it at that. I'm going to pull, well, you know what? I think we'll add a little back tack in here, just because the back will be exposed. I was going to pull the stitches to the back, but I think in this case we'll just back tack it. Make sure it's extra secure. All right, we got our little snow globe started. Let's snip that and the back, and we'll see where we're at. All right. So it's pretty cute. I want to take out these pins. Don't need those anymore. Definitely got a little wide there, but you won't be able to tell too much, I don't think, once we get rid of the water-soluble marker. All right. So we're pretty close to the center, and we're towards the top. So now we basically have a pin. We just have to trim everything now. But there we go. That's our bit there. And you know what? Maybe right now would be a good time to take off the water-soluble marker while it's still like one piece and not pinking sheared. So let's give that a try. I'm gonna go grab a rag here. Okay, so what I like to do is get just kind of a wet rag. So sometimes I use a spray bottle, but sometimes just a really soaking wet rag will do. I think the spray bottle is oftentimes a little bit faster, but this way I can just kind of isolate just the blue line and don't have to get the whole thing real wet. And I wouldn't have to like really iron this or anything either, I don't think. There. All gone. I think that's good. I'm not even going to bother pressing this. I think we're fine. So let's get the pinking shears. All right, and the pinking shears, again, is that scissors that has the little zigzag in there to pink something. So the real reason for this is to trim like the edges of fabric, like woven fabric like this, where the threads of the fabric are going this way and that way. In theory, a zigzag cut on here will help keep it from unraveling. So that is our goal, ultimately, with pinking something. But I think it's just awfully cute, so we're using it for the cute factor. So I only want that front piece cut, so I think I'm going to just get in here and kind of run my scissors across here and see how close we can get. This is the part where I'm like, I don't know if this is a good idea or not yet, but we're going to try. So I only want the front. You could actually do the front and the back. That would look awfully cute too, but it'd probably be a whole lot easier. But I'm actually going to bend the back out of the way and hopefully not cut it. Get in there. So I'm going right along the stitch line with the side of the pinking shears. I'm using the stitches as a guide. Ugh. There, I think we got it. There, I just wanted a pretty edge. And this is why I sewed close to the design, because I knew I was going to have quite the edge from the pinking shears. I'm trying to match up the pinking shears line. I don't think I did a very good job on that first matchup, but the second one wasn't bad. Oh, this is going to be a sweet little festive pin. Kind of like how, I mean, just having this round shape with all the pinking shoes on there looks good too. Well, that scared me. Our doorbell just rang. We're getting food delivered. We get groceries again. Always nice. Okay, there we are. And I think last up, I'm going to just cut. I'm going to eyeball it. Just a nice little circle edge around here as well. And it'll just be a nice little extra piece. But look how finished and pretty it's looking. So you could pink this as well, but I'm just going to I'm going to eyeball like a 1/4 inch or so on here and just go around. You guys, we don't have any snow or anything. I wonder, it's supposed to get super duper cold at Christmas, so I don't know, maybe we'll get some snow then, but I'm not sure we're going to have a white Christmas here. Not like the East Coast people who just got a ton. Oh, see, so now we didn't get to see the conjunction here. It's too cloudy. I might have to peek outside again. Maybe it cleared up a little bit. But isn't it, do you think you can still see it this late, or is it just like right at sunset? I'll have to peek. And in theory, you can see it a little bit tomorrow. It's just not as lined up. So, you know, hopefully it's at least less cloudy tomorrow, so I can get a hint of it at least. A day late. Since I eyeballed this, I'm just kind of checking it a little bit. I don't want to putz with it too much, though, because I'll just keep cutting stuff off. But there, I think that's awfully sweet, so I don't think we need to do much more than that. There, so pin in back. That is that. So I'm going to flip you guys around, and I'm going to just pin this on. And I think that will be that for tonight. But it's just like such a sweet little metallic-y snow globe, I think. And it looks just, I don't know, sweet and classy, I think, with, but also traditional with this little pinking sheared thing. I like it. I think it's awfully cute. All right, you guys. Okay, so let's just give this a go. With my crazy blue sweater on here. All right. There we go. So there's the final little picture. I do have a kind of a black sweater that's a little sparkly. I think I'll wear that for Christmas Zooms. And I think this will look really nice with that. It looks a little crazy on this crazy sweater, but I like it. That was fun, you guys. So tomorrow, I know it's we're not like we got time left, but I think we'll probably end it there tonight, and then tomorrow we're gonna start that Aurifil block. So that's it for our little embroidery stitching of our 2 embroideries of the month. That guy and the Mary, all those little icons. That was just really fun trying them out on all different things. Again, we have our little gift tag that we made. We have our little joy ornament and our shirt collars that we stitched on. And then now our little metallic guys. Definitely check out that thread, that Nishikito thread. You can rewind to where I had that little paper that had it on there. I love it. It's awesome. I might have to, I was saying this the other day, but I think I might have to look into carrying some of it in the Penguin and Fish shop because it's just so beautiful. I'd love to just have more of it, be able to share it with you guys. But yeah, so tomorrow and Wednesday, we will be working on the Aurifil block of the month. It is our last block, December's block. It looks like an interesting technique. I've not done a technique like that before, and we'll go over it. But it looks easy. Like, it looks fun and interesting, but easy still, which will be nice. So I'm excited for that. That's starting tomorrow. So I'll be here again Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I'll be off for a little, and then I'll be back Monday and Tuesday of next week. And then I'll probably be off till the new year. So that's the plan as it stands right now. And check out the Penguin and Fish store. Tonight is the last night of 50% off the printable pattern section. Just use the code PRINT50 in all caps. There's instructions on the page there as well. But, you know, there's even the full collection of the alphabet embroidery patterns. Those are 50% off as well. So now is like the time if you want the full collection, because that's not happening again. So, all right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys jumping over here on YouTube after I can't see you on Facebook. And we'll be back tomorrow on both. All right. See you guys. Good night.